Hello, Lettera 32 owner. Congratulations on your new machine. I think you're going to love it. I saw the issues that you were having, and I'm going to try to address those now. Maybe this will help. I've set my machine up pretty much the way you had yours set up, and we're going to go over some of the parts of the machine that should help you with your operation. Okay, first off, the first thing I noticed is that you had your carriage set all the way to the left. This button right here and the matching one on the other side is the carriage release button. Now, if you push that, the carriage is all the way to the end. We know that because our margin is set right there. And so the carriage has stopped at the same spot. We can't go any further that way. Whenever you push the red button, which is the tab button, it's not going to move any because it's at the end of the carriage. So it's the good news, it's not really broken. That's not a return button, that's the tab button, and we'll show you how that works in a second. I also noticed that you had your carriage return lever set in the storage position. This is handy the way they made this, so it'll fit right inside the cool little case. It's spring loaded, and what happens whenever you put it back, it's set like that for storage. However, you have no way to advance your line. This advances your line set to however you have the button set. So if you have it set to 1, it advances a single line. If I just push that a little bit, it'll advance my line like so, single line. Or you can do a double, or you can do a triple. If you have it set to 0, it won't advance at all, but this thing is actually what returns your carriage. So you push it all the way back over like that. Now, I didn't see that part of your video where you returned it, but judging by this thing right here, it looked like maybe that wasn't set out in this position. Hopefully that's the case, but that's how you advance your line and return your carriage. Just like so. So maybe that'll help that. The way it should be threaded is it comes off the spool like so and around this little post between these two little pieces right here, which it looked like that you had done that. And then obviously through your basket area here, this is called the ribbon vibrator, goes up and down whenever you push a button. That's your ribbon vibrator. And then back around like so. And that is the correctly threaded ribbon position. I'm going to go ahead and take out the paper here so we can talk about tabs and margins. This is the platen roller, obviously. There's one on each end. But this right here, what this does is the releases the feed rollers. Underneath the platen, the big roller here is some rollers that push up against there to keep your paper nice and smooth up against the platen. If you pull this forward, it'll release it so the paper can move around. That's one way of adjusting it to make it straight. Also, whenever you get to the end of your paper, you can just pull it out like so. The paper out, we can see the margin stops a whole lot easier. These are the margin stops. That's your left margin, right margin, and the rule to show you where you're at. Whenever you're working with a piece of paper, and if you're, say, typing a letter or a postcard or whatever, you can adjust these to where you want to go to. What I generally like to do when I put a piece of paper in is just go ahead and you take them all the way to the edge and just go from there. So you can adjust it by hand, say over to 10. That's probably the quick way to do it. Another thing you can do, carriage release, is take it over, say you want to go 15 clicks, so you go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you push this button down, it stops right at the 15, and the same thing with the other side. Paper, let's see, the paper goes all the way to the edge of your carriage here, all the way from your 0 to your 86 or whatever it is. The thing you can do is push the backspace button, which is right here. If you want to go back a certain amount, so I'm going to go back 15, 13, 14, 15, and push the margin stop. Boom. Now that's at the end of the margin, and that's how you set that. I pulled my margin stop all the way out to the leftmost position here. We're going to show you how tabs work. Now, whenever you push the red button, you had a space that it went to and it stopped. Right now, I don't have any tabs set, but here's how you set your tabs. Okay, let's say I want to go in to set my tabs at about the 20 mark. So I'm going to go 20 clicks. Now this button right here is your tab set. You push that button, and hopefully that should set a tab. We'll find out here. It stopped right there on the tab. That's how you set a tab. You can actually physically see the tabs on the back by pulling this out. We're going to check it on the back and see. There's the tab. See it sticking out there. So then we're going to go ahead and clear that tab. Pushing down the tab again, and tab clear. Just push it down, and we're going to see if it cleared. Bing, all clear. And we're going to double check it back here. Look at that. No tabs out. So that's your tabs. That should cover probably all the functions of the machine that you're going to need. Margin release. If you get to the end of a line and you want to be able to type some more, there's margin release. So let's say we got all the way to the end here. Ding. And we're typing. Okay. I'm going to set this. This is your ribbon selector over here on the end. The white means that, oh, sorry for the horrible camera work. The white means that you're not actually engaging the ribbon, and so the ribbon vibrator doesn't move up. The red is if you have red ribbon, red and black, you can go red inked there, or the black is there. It's just different parts of the ribbon, basically. I like to use all black because that's me, but anyway, so you're typing and you're getting to the end. I'm setting this to white so I don't waste my ribbon. And you're getting all the way to the end. You're typing, you're typing. Oh crud, I had more I wanted to say. What? Yeah, it stops right there. You had more you wanted to say. So you push the margin release, which is this button right here, where you think a 1 should be. Push that, and it makes a little click, and you can type more. All the way to the end if you want to. That's margin release. I guess that about covers everything. One more thing I just thought of. This is very important. This is actually what got me this typewriter super cheap because somebody thought it was broken. This little guy right here is the carriage lock. This button right here is very important because what it does, it'll lock your carriage in place whenever you go to store it. Or if you ever want to sell your machine and ship it, just keep that carriage from moving all around and cause them some serious trouble. So this is carriage locked. Right now I've got it in the disengaged position, but if you have it in the engaged position, watch what happens. It's kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on here real quick so we can kind of see how it looks with it all in place here. Put the cover back on like so. You probably figure that out. You just push it down. Alright, now watch that. What the carriage lock does. The carriage lock locked it in place. We cannot move that no matter what, but if we just move it like that, it's free to move. Alright, and you can automatically set it in place just by pushing that down, and then whenever you get to the spot, the space bar doesn't go anymore, and you're locked in. Carriage lock. That's paper guides. Those are cool. They look like a little antenna. So anyway, I put those down, and you're ready to store it. You put this back, and you are good to go. I hope this has been helpful to you, and enjoy your new typewriter.